Hello and welcome to Pearls Politics. It's Thursday. What's the word, Thunderbirds? Time for another take on what in the world is going on in the world today, right? All right then. So let's bring in the rest of the team. We got the heartbeat of the South, my son Tim Harrington. Hey Tim.
Hey, Mom, how's everybody doing?
Oh well, you know about my day.
Yeah,
Boom. But yeah, hey, still here, going to bed early for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. And guess who is on time tonight? None other than James Ziggy himself.
So,
Hey James, how's it
Hi,
going?
hi, peeps.
What's going on around there in New York?
Not much
All right, so how are you doing?
besides what's going on down at the city with
What's
which is
going on down at the city? Okay, I'll wait. I'll let you tell us when we go live. I
all
mean,
right,
when we start talking about topics.
all right.
All
we
right,
got
is this
Kathy.
it? Yeah, I'm not. I haven't forgotten.
Okay.
I'm trying to get. Let me get her in though. I can do that after I get her in, cause we don't like to roll without her. Hey, Kathy CC Carson.
Hey,
Hi,
Kathy.
everybody.
Hey,
How,
Hi.
hey.
Happy
All right.
Thursday.
how's
Yeah,
it going?
likewise.
Cause I'm trying to find my events and see where I am, and I see everything but our show tonight. And I'm pretty sure that I announced it. Um, 'Cause we are live, but where?
Hmm.
I see Tim's Moon from last night, but we're not live here. We're live on YouTube, though, I think, aren't we?
I don't know.
Hold
I'll
on.
check.
Um, I'm trying to find it.
I'll get
Um,
it.
yeah. Um,
Now,
hmm.
YouTube was acting up yesterday.
Wasn't. I think the whole United States is getting hacked. Cyber attack from you know who.
Hmm.
Let's see if we get anybody in here. No, nobody's watching with.
No, I don't
Um,
see us live unless it's
uh,
below, but I only see the
paranormal stuff,
normal.
right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Let me see what's going on here. I
I
don't
see it
know.
live under paranormal.
Yeah, but that we're not live on the paranormal, are we? No, because I saw Tim's moon.
Hmm.
Hmm. And my event is not listed.
And we're live on YouTube.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube, so I'm not worried about Facebook then.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. I'm going here again. Look for my event. I didn't check it this morning. I was so busy trying to get ready for the day, and it's sure not listed. The show for tonight. I might have missed the Facebook Live destination. Share stream. Okay, let me see if I can share it. I'm trying to see now. It said it wasn't available, Facebook Live. Let me see if I can add it. Well, anyway, uh, it's been a lot going on since we last did our politics show. Um, I'll let James start by telling us what happened in New York. You said
Well,
something
it's been
about the
all over the
city.
news. Yeah, the protests in New York
Oh, what happened
down at the college,
at
Columbia
the?
College,
Oh yeah.
and New York police were called in, and they started arresting people.
Oh wow.
Now
What
here's
that
the kicker: we all know the one senator there. That's I forgot her name. She's or she's against, or she's for Muslims, and
Oh, you're talking about Omar.
I think yeah, her. She's got signs of Muslim signs on her door in the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, her daughter was arrested with her, not with her, but arrested.
Yeah, I think I did see a news flash about that. Well, she's Muslim. They knew she was Muslim when they elected her to Congress, so I don't understand what the problem is. Do you?
I don't really know a lot about it, just what I told you.
Uh-huh.
They were just protesting Israel.
Well, yeah, that's the whole, I mean, the whole world, international and national, is protesting Israel, and now they are putting on restrictions as to what people can say on the platforms about um, Israel.
Hmm.
And I don't understand that. But if you're supposed to have free speech in the United States, then why is it that you can't talk about another country?
well, they're
Uh,
trying to control the narrative.
Hmm.
well, yeah, they controlling the narrative. We got our YouTube visitors,
Oh,
YouTube
nice.
viewers. I'm gonna put it in here in the chat. They probably just won't be able to chat with us. There's Sandra. Sandra had came. It must have been on Facebook because Sandra came through on Facebook.
Hey, Sandra.
Hi, Sandra. Hi, YouTube.
You know what I bet YouTube? You know what I bet Facebook did?
What?
Because what I did was I said hello everybody, welcome, and I did it early, probably like 6:30, and we weren't supposed to be live, but I've done it before, and they never ended the show. They may have just ended it, but I'm getting ready to post our YouTube link on there so people can follow us if they want to watch us live. I just copied it off of the studio,
Yeah.
and I'm getting ready to go to my Facebook page and post it on there. And so when I do, you guys go in there and copy it. Okay. So we're live here. And then they can hopefully join in if they want to join us. Okay. See what it looks like.
Now, who wouldn't want to join us?
I
We're the
know,
fun.
right? I know. So we're the fun shows, the funniest shows, the most fun shows on the oh, Sybil, what kind of picture was that? I wondered what was going on with her. Let's see here. We're live here. I don't even see my posts. Well, I'm posting. Okay. When is Facebook down? They don't like me anymore?
Hmm.
Maybe they updated again.
Wow. I don't know.
Every time they update, they get bugs.
Oh, they were
Maybe.
updating?
I don't know that for sure, but every time they do, we get bugs.
Well, I don't see my post, and I just posted this, so public can see my post. And I just posted it. Okay, I see it now. Okay. We're live here. Every time I post it, it goes away. So I must have got restricted. I must have got restricted or something. I don't know why. Anyhow, Well, at 9 hours ago, they told me I had 5 popular posts. So I don't know what that's about. So,
You can't be any worse than me. I've been restricted to go live for 100
oh,
days.
here it is. It's showing. Okay. I guess it's just slow, you know? Okay, and I'm bringing up the YouTube thing, and it's showing us live, so I'm going to share it to you guys and oh, okay, share. I'm trying to share it to more options. I'm trying to send it over to y'all in Messenger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So we know about the New York thing. Um, Emily Pearl Show, Kathy Carson, Timothy Harrington, Dwayne Wilson, Douglas Martin,
I just
and
got it.
all right, I heard that. I like that. And then, so James, you got yours from the Emily Pearl Show, so everybody got it through there. And then here's another one. That's okay. So we got everybody. Then cool. All right. So you got another one. I heard your beat. All
That
right.
was
Thank you guys. I guess y'all said, what in the world those people talking about? We got 157 of you. Well, we just want to talk about what in the world is going on in the world. And so James says that in New York, a lot of people got arrested.
they brought in
Um,
all the New York City police on a bus,
mm,
and they took away over 100 people on the bus. And
well,
one of
it's
them
not.
person,
All of this the protest takes me back to the '60s, civil rights movements,
hmm
and it was the same thing. As dead wrong as the government was, a lot of people lost their lives when they was protesting for the right thing. And just because the government says that the protesters are wrong, it doesn't mean that they are wrong. Everybody
right?
got their own belief, and everybody's entitled to their own belief, and everybody is entitled to support who they want to support.
Exactly.
Because if that was not the case, why do you ask people to support Democrats or why do you ask people to support Republicans?
hmm
What is the difference? There
None.
is no difference. But they continue to make a difference between it. And that is unfair. In fact, to me, it's a violation of my civil rights, my constitutional civil rights. I'm supposed to be able to protest if I want to, as long as I'm not bothering anybody, hurting anybody,
Yeah.
or defacing property, and
Yeah.
those sorts of things, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, didn't I earn that from the civil rights movement?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
hmm
Supposedly.
Well,
Yeah.
I believe that the difference then versus now, we have all access. Uh, that's the only thing I can think of back there that they were lacking because they, would spread the word about meetings here or meetings there,
Mm-hmm.
in order for them to, to have it get it together.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is also, like you say, we got real choices. They can't lie to us anymore because we have vision now through the
Mm-hmm.
internet.
We're on to them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and that's the big difference. Is it's harder for them to control the narrative.
Yeah, and it's like, the government has lied to us so much that we have to state that if they say it's true, we know it's false.
Hmm.
And if they say it's not true, we know it's true, right?
Hmm.
that's
Whatever
a
Pretty
they say,
much.
do the opposite.
that's a bad reputation to have.
Oh
hmm
yeah.
And you're supposed to be the superpower of the world. But you got the reputation of not telling the truth,
Yeah.
you know. And so the people are protesting in every state, pretty much every state of the United States. They're protesting in other countries. Iran had a big thing do about their protests, and under the article, United Nations Article 51, they had every right to do what they did do in retaliation because didn't I tell y'all, didn't tell you was gonna go in there messing with other countries? I told you that, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
told y'all he was not going to be satisfied with Gaza. He was going to start messing with other countries. That's exactly what he has done.
I
And
Can I
because,
think
give a shout out?
hmm,
Can I give a shout out?
of course.
I'd like to shout out to Martin Luther King, even though he's not with us no more.
Hmm.
But they had a special on TV the other day, and I caught it. Did you know he
Hmm.
was a huge patriot?
hmm
Yeah, because back then most African Americans were Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
There was no the Democratic Party didn't come along after the Civil Rights movement after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
So yep, I do know that, and the reason why I know it is because my mother worked with the voters registration committee in churches to help register people to vote and getting them to the polls and operating the voting machines and those sort of things, right?
Yeah.
So I know about a lot of history, and I guess that's why I like it because it's part of my life. I grew up in history, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
So, so I
And
think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, no, you.
No, I'm gonna let you finish your topic.
No, we can go on to something else.
I was just putting it together while they were protesting today. The U.S. blocked Palestinian requests for full membership.
Look, the UN Security Council is nothing but a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I think that all of them need to be fired and replaced. I'm like Donald Trump. You're fired because they don't do anything, right?
I
Yeah.
don't have
Yeah, I
my
think
thing
they
on me.
changed their name. Seriously. I did a miss a typo and I can't remember what I said, something different than United. It's
Oh,
like
really?
Union. Like
Union.
Union. Yeah.
Oh,
Like, and I wondered if it was accidental or deliberately because there's no union here.
they're not
There's
even
No,
no,
united.
nobody
they're
It's
not.
probably
it's
even
a
knows
it's
it.
a farce. Anytime
Yeah.
you got 153 countries
Hmm.
that's supposed to be equal as a member of this organization, and you allow five of those countries to be able to veto anything you try to get done, but not even five, just one of those five can stop anything, any progress that you are trying to make as an organization for the whole wide world or
Mm-hmm.
for other nations, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
dumb. That's why it's a joke. It was set up as a farce in the beginning. That should not be allowed. It should be equal votes. There should not be any power countries, those superpower countries. If
Right.
you're all a member of the same organization, and then they Tim, guess what they call Palestinian?
What's
They
that?
call the Palestinian. They don't even call them a state. They call Palestine an observer state
Yeah.
of the United Nations.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Yeah. They don't recognize
So
them.
you can just come in and just observe a meeting. Is that what that meant? Is that
Sounds.
what that really means?
It
An
sounds like it.
observer state? What the hell? I mean,
Yeah.
if all you're gonna let me do and just come in and watch you screw up stuff, why do I even have to? I mean, why did you even give me a title of an observer state? Right?
Good question.
I mean, I don't even need to have to come.
Pretty much. Pretty much. You can watch from home.
Right,
On a Zoom.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one, Tim. Watch from home. Watch the meeting from home. Because they have it on TV all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah. Tim, you wanted to talk about it last night, but tonight is the night to talk about it. My
Oh.
dream. My
Yeah.
dream.
Yeah. You called this way back early. I think probably about 5 months ago, somewhere in there. Um, you kept
No, at the
letting
very
us know.
beginning.
Yeah, you kept letting us know that you were having a reoccurring dream. I think of World War III. Uh, we were all here when you kept saying it. So
Well, I'm glad I got
you,
some witnesses.
yeah, you hit the nail on the head, and now it's coming to light, which is it's going to be pretty rough for us,
It's gonna
because
be
guess
rough
what?
for the whole wide world.
Yeah, yeah, and you talk about gas prices because they have the oil over there, right? Yeah, we have some reserves, but we don't have enough uh, to
Well, we did
really
have enough.
keep things going.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
We did have enough until somebody gave it away.
Yeah,
Who
I
gave
forgot
who
about
gave
it.
who
Yeah,
gave it away?
Biden.
Biden.
Did it now?
Who did he give it to?
Probably a little bit of everybody. I think went to Russia.
Oh no, I know he gave it down to Russia. You mean the Ukraine?
Ukraine probably gave it to everybody. Now our reserve is at zero.
Mm.
Well, we're
Well,
gonna be.
again, another smart
I mean,
move.
gas is gonna be probably $13 a gallon.
That's what they're saying by summer.
And so, why would you need car insurance? You're not going to be able to afford to drive, right?
Right?
No.
Not really.
I
But
got
You
a
what
need
I,
an
bike.
electric bike.
Kathy said she's going to pull out her bike. I heard
Yeah.
you, Kathy.
Yeah.
Well,
Not,
you know what else did I tell you, Tom? I told you that United States and Israel, China, Canada, and France thought they knew all the business about Iran, about their incapabilities. They knew everything. But didn't I keep telling you? Hello, Jean Lou, 1705. Hi. But didn't I keep telling y'all that Iran had this, Iran had that? I even told y'all. I told you about the COVID, and I had it written down back here when we did our last show, but I don't remember the names of them now.
I can't even read who that is.
Well, it's somebody from YouTube. Hi, thanks. Welcome to, we're glad to
Oh,
have you.
on my
Thanks for
side.
joining us. Share the show. You're from Italy. Well, Italy, hi, we're talking politics, and we're talking just about everything with politics. Would you like to talk about something? Would you like for us to share our views on something for you? And how's the weather over there in Italy? But getting back to Netanyahu, did I not tell y'all that Gaza would not be enough for him?
Yes,
That
you
it was
did.
going
yeah.
to start trying to take. I said he's going to keep coming after you. And I told him, come over here and get me then y'all you try to come over here and get me, right? All
Hmm.
right. So that's what brought it all on. That's what he did. He went over, shot some doggone missiles over there, and killed 12 or 15 people and some generals and stuff that wasn't even bothering him. But he did it because he was mad. He was
Hmm.
mad at Biden because Biden had told him not to go into Rafah, right? So,
Correction. Biden said don't.
yeah, he did. But, no, he told Iran don't. That's all he could say about Iran because he know. But see, that's why I tell you. If you hear the United States government tell you something all right, and these people can't do this and these people can't do that, you better not
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
better
You
You're
have
not
to
right.
be
believe
scared when
that.
you tell somebody don't.
But you know what? I'm looking at it from another perspective, right? Talking
Mm-hmm.
about Tahu.
Mm-hmm.
If
He
he
said,
is,
Tayu. I got you, baby. I like that. That's a good one there, Tim. Tayu. I'm going to start calling him that, too.
That was that was closer
Tayu.
than what I would get.
yeah,
Jim's the
you know,
winning one tonight.
right, right.
Tayu.
We
Yes.
we were talking about the villains that came before him. Well, I think Napoleon. I can't remember the other one, but let's just say if he is the mark of the beast, right?
Mm-hmm.
His job is to kill, steal, and destroy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the devil's mission. It doesn't matter who, what, when, or how.
Mm-hmm.
That mission doesn't change when you're
Mm-hmm.
on that dark side.
Well, the thing of it is, Iran had to retaliate back.
Of course.
And G says that in Italy says that he's studying politics science in Italy.
Good for
That's
you.
awesome, awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations, congratulations. So Umtayu got mad at Biden because of that. So what does he do? He picks a fight with Biden's the United States top enemy country, other than Russia, right?
Yeah.
Which is Iran.
Right.
Because what was his target? I mean, what was his reason? His only reason was, well, Joe, if you won't let me, he's thinking, his own tired thinking at nighttime, standing up pacing the floor. Well, if you won't let me do what I want to do over here, I'll bring you into the war. I'll make a war.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely was strategic. Uh, and I believe he's he's fulfilled that activity. Yeah.
Your mom did went away a little bit. Okay.
What?
It probably pop back.
Why she stepped away? Kathy,
What
why
you
don't
got?
you
What?
why don't you fill us in on if you watched your thing last night
What do you mean? In particular?
on the paranormal? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I actually did, and I shared the reel with you. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff happened. I looked like I had a feather in my hair.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you watched that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I shared it with Elaine Presley, and she thought it was cool. Yeah,
hmm
Yeah.
thought it was cool.
Yeah,
But
I had to get it.
I couldn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I couldn't see it when I was looking at my screen.
Oh,
but
yeah,
my whole,
yeah. But
my
you
whole
saw it.
image. She even said I turned into a Native American during the show. She said you shapeshifted, and I said, "Well, it looked like it had like a feather hanging down here. I thought
Mm.
they had feathers on the top, but maybe that's the warriors." But
So
maybe
Emily,
they
update what happened
What do you mean, what happened?
on the show
Kathy
last
night.
night. And all of a sudden, we were talking about different things, and
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah. I know what you guys are talking about. I just had to step out. I was looking for a tissue and I didn't have one, so I just used a sheet of letter
yeah.
paper, copier paper.
I'm sorry to go over where you were coughing.
Yeah, it's just sinus weather, spring and stuff. And with my ailments, I'm gonna do that. But let's get back to Umtayu.
Okay.
Okay.
Umtayu. Okay, Umtayu decides to do that to start the war. Now, let
Hmm.
me tell you what the latest thing is. So, so Israel said they want to retaliate back. And reports today that I watched, and now these were the Israel news stations, ILTV, and News Channel 7 and Jerusalem News. I watched that when I got off work. I watched the words that are coming out of their mouth from over
Hmm.
there.
Right.
So I'm not talking about something that I heard from somebody else. This is something I heard with my own ears and my own mouth. So they claim that Umtayu had stopped a strike 2 times this week against Iran already because him and Joe made a deal.
Hmm.
Can anybody guess what that deal is?
I wouldn't
Tim,
want
Tim, I know you can think about what it is.
I don't know on this one. It could
I,
be.
I kind of gave y'all a hint at the beginning because when I told you, he said when Joe told him not to go in the Rafa, and he was been held up for 3 weeks about that. So
Uh-huh.
they made a deal.
Okay.
What I have to do with, I mean,
Hmm
Ukraine. I mean, I have to
hmm
do with it. No.
So Joe tells him that if he doesn't strike against Iran, he can do the operation in Rafah.
He can do the operation and what?
In Rafah, where 1.4 million people are, he can go in there and slaughter 1.4 million people.
bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Gunzoon type. So,
Are you saying into Russia?
no, Gaza.
Okay.
Rafah.
Okay.
Rafah is the last little corner space
Uh
where
huh.
Umtayu and his military
I remember
uh,
that.
have pushed them all the way out of a half of a country. I mean, half of
Right.
a country that was even bigger, almost as big. Well, no, it was a strip. It's a little strip. I take that back. But
Yeah.
it's like 1,000 miles long, right?
Yeah. It's like that
But he
in the
done
border.
pushed them all the way to the end of it, up against the border to Egypt. So what you got is 1.4 million people within a mile radius of only 25 miles. Now, Tim, for you and me, that's from from Memphis to Hernando, Mississippi.
Okay.
1.4 million people is pushed into that little space
Yeah.
with no food, no water, no medicine, because they claim, oh, and I just listen. I almost break my TV when I hear those lies coming out of their mouth on their stations. I'm like, what? I know. I'm looking at the actual Al Jazeera news station of the reporters that are right there in Gaza
Yeah.
that are showing me these things that I see with my own eyes.
Yeah.
And then I go and listen to the Israel stations. Everything is lovey-dovey. 800 trucks came through, and then I switched. No, they didn't. and
Yeah.
and much more needed food donations are coming in. No, it hasn't. And then the thing about it is, the dumb government over here believe everything that Umtayu tells them.
Mm-hmm.
They just take his word for it. And this one reporter, he's a senior citizen like me. I wish I knew his name when they have those little press conferences
Yeah.
with the state guys that answer the questions and stuff that think they so important. This is one Caucasian senior citizen. He drills them. I like him. He drills them, man. He says, because the guy was up there talking about what Iran, what didn't have or wasn't gonna do, and that they knew all the intelligence about Iran. So a gentleman asked him. He said, "Well, how do you know?" He said, "Well, it's like I said. We have intelligence everywhere, and and he said, well, do you have anybody over there from the United States on the ground in the Middle East that can tell you any intelligence over there on the ground from the United States?" Well, we don't. No, he said, no, we don't have intelligence over there, but we have other friends of intelligence and other connections. And he said, so you really don't know. He said, so, and then the guy got mad. He almost lost his composure. He said, well, didn't I just tell you? That's what I'm telling you. We have our resources, but I'm not going to get into that and just tell you expose our resources. They always end with that when they don't know the answer. I'm not going to get into that and expose our resources, or I'm not going to get into that and give you,
Yeah. Song and dance right there.
yeah. But this one reporter, I love this man, the Caucasian man. He has, I think he's Irish, because he's got kind of blondish red hair. Probably about your age, James. But
Well,
he
you
just,
can't cheat then.
yeah, I mean, he gets some hell, and he just doesn't take what they tell him. But anyhow, so now everybody's contemplating about what's next. What do you think is next, Tim?
I just see chaos in the near future, right? Because you said Netanyahu and Biden made a deal.
Yeah,
They
buy
made a
you.
deal,
I
right?
like that. But you gonna use that one too.
Netanyahu.
Now buy you for jail, right?
Yeah.
Bayou
Uh,
and Umtaya.
yeah. Right.
Bayou and Umtaya.
Yeah.
Kind of a tongue twister when you think
I
I
about
like it. I
I
like it.
think, yeah, I think, the deal that they made,
Mm,
I don't think Nantalo's going to stick to that deal. He may backstab him
mm,
because this guy has a mission of his own.
mm, mm,
Joe is just really a pawn in his game,
mm,
right?
He's a
That's the way
puppet.
it's looking.
mm,
So, like you said, when he the attack on Iran, this was strategic to pull the
mm,
U.S. in.
mm,
Yeah, that's the
mm,
difference. They don't like that because we can see now. We have the
mm,
technology now, and they
mm.
can't hide it no matter how hard they try.
Right. Mm. Well, now they are now they're talking about uh on the Israel news stations. They are talking about how powerful their weapons are, and this, that, and the other, and the air defense system of the Iron Dome. Oh, it was so spectacular because only 99% of the missiles came in. Well, they had drones and missiles and the other bombs. So they think that it was a victory. Bayu told Unta to take the win, right?
Yeah,
Make me
So,
crack me up.
but what happened was they took out the military section of where they had fired the missile from that hit the consulate. They sent 7 missiles to that one location right close to the airbase, and 5 of them hit it, penetrated the supreme air defense system, Iron Dome. So what does that tell the United States? United States been telling France, we your ally, we can protect you because of our great defense air system. Israel is going to defend us because of will defend you too because of its great air defense system, you know. Uh, but Iran just proved that it can be penetrated. But here's the backside. What's the flip side of that? Iran gave them a 72-hour notice telling them they was going to do this.
yes,
And
it
then
was.
on top of that, they sent the drones first. How long does it take the drones to get there? It's 1,000 miles between
I think it was a couple
Iran and
hours.
Israel.
They
5 hours. It took the drones 5 hours to get there. So that means the United States, Israel, France, Canada, everybody that was going to help had 5 hours to even get ready before before the drones came in. You know,
only half
Yeah,
of them failed.
they were not trying to cause any. You all, of course, the Israel stations say they wanted to kill everybody in Israel. Of course, that's what they say.
Hmm.
But they weren't trying to kill anybody, because if I wanted to kill you, would I knock on your door and say, "Hey, tomorrow I'm going to come on your house and kill you"?
no, of course.
They could have been that good at
you
China's got
know,
ones that can make it in a day. They're
yeah.
supersonic.
But but you know what? Let's be clear now. Any and all Air Force, this right now, all of our military worldwide runs from computers,
hmm
which can be vulnerable. All
hmm
that needs to be done is to be hacked,
hmm
right? So you're only as
Excuse
strong
me for
as
a
your
minute.
best hacker
hmm
when you really get down to it.
hmm
Yeah.
But okay, so I'm not a military person, Tim.
Okay.
But I want you to see what I think about this. This is what I think.
Okay.
Not okay. Yes, I think that Iran was doing their retaliation because they had to do something so they would not look weak.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the right to do it under the Article 51 of United Nations,
Right.
even though they are not in. Well, it's not the United Nations. It's the Aaron. What they call that thing? The Abram something, some kind of robe. Anyway, they had,
Abram tank.
yeah, and so they had that. They had that. That's the reason why Joe told UNTA don't mess with them, because they did have the right to retaliate back. Okay,
Yeah. Hmm.
but while they were retaliating, this is what I think that they were also doing.
Okay.
For every drone that they sent over there, for every missile that they sent over there, for every the other thing, I forgot what to call the other one, that they sent over there, every time it landed somewhere, even if it was intercepted by the Iron Dome, it was computer chipped. So that means that they know every point in that drone, in that dome, where the intercepts were,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because the computer chip, it's like a dog. They put computer chips in our dogs and
Yeah.
pets.
Yeah.
So they got the computer chip in there. So it wasn't something they knew the Iron Dome was going to intercept. They knew that the jets, the F-35s that Israel have, it's going to shoot them down.
Yeah.
But it still left a track record. Still left red tape.
Yeah.
Everywhere it got shot down by F-35, they could pinpoint that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Back because they got the data on it, on that particular drone.
Right.
Yep.
This drone hit over here on the dome. It was intercepted. They got the data on it. It's this point here, that point there, that. So Iran said, look, any type of, and they said any retaliation from Israel was going to be met with much pain.
They said the same about the U.S. Will be met with consequences.
And the U.S. too. And Joe knows it. That's why he don't want him to. But how cowardly can you be to say, okay, well, I'm going to sacrifice 1.4 million people, let you go in here and slaughter these people, just so that we can have oil in the United States, just so Israel can have some oil,
Yeah.
just so Canada can have some oil.
Right.
But on the flip side, I think Joe was caught between the rock and a hard place.
Of course. Of course. That's why a deal had to be made. Let's be clear. We're talking about wartime. So unfortunately, a lot of those people are going to be considered casualties of war, right? But this is nothing new.
Kathy, you military. What do you think? Former military.
Now I kind of got lost in the conversation. I don't know where we ended up, but the negotiation, that's what I remember.
The deal that Joe
Yeah.
made with Umtayu.
Yeah.
Are we
Well,
expendable?
Well, I don't really trust it, whatever it is. So I'm like, I don't even have to think about it. I don't even have to think about it.
Kathy
Kathy
says no.
Kathy said, whatever it is, come Joe, she'll trust her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about it. Seriously.
Yeah.
I
You
know
know,
what to say.
it's sad that they I mean the sacrifices and the positions. Umtahu, even though Joe told him to take that as a win, if he wanted to, he could have already took unalive those 1.4 million people if he wanted to. I don't think that's his whole mission. It's spreading. and it looks like he's going to pull U.S. in uh, by any means necessary. I don't know
Yeah,
why Joe thinks he can pacify him. He
you
can't.
can't. You can't, because what he's going to do is he going to do Rafa, and he's still going to send something over there to Iran, because now what he's saying that they're going to do is they're going to do a cyber attack
Hmm.
on Iran,
Hmm.
because they have to retaliate. They won't do it militarily, so they'll do it cyber.
Yeah, that's where your conversation was in the beginning when you was talking about their airfield. Now
Mm,
I believe that it was to check their temperature. Can it be penetrated? And they found out that it really can be
mm,
penetrated.
mm-hmm.
So now they know it can, right?
Yeah,
Like you said.
and so does the all the allies of the United States,
Hmm.
and we use the same air defense system the United States does, right?
Yeah.
So that means if Israel's air defense can be penetrated, so can ours. So
Hmm.
how we gonna protect the other countries? Because that's what France and Canada is looking at us, going, well, they looking at you, saying, wait, I thought you said it couldn't be penetrated.
Hmm.
Right, right. So, I've been your ally all these years, but it's been penetrated. So now, what are we supposed to do now?
Yeah.
How you gonna protect me from the North Korean missiles? How you gonna protect our country from Russia's missiles and bombs? That's what
Well,
they want to know.
there's no easy fix because didn't it take like 5 years or 10 years to build the thing, the dome? I mean, how long did it take to build the dome?
I have no clue, because I never
Mm.
even heard of doggone Iron Drone until October 7th. Dome
Yeah.
until no, October 7th. I'm just
Yeah.
being honest with you.
Yeah. Times have changed so much. It's really not about the troops on the ground anymore.
Mm.
It's mostly everything is airstrikes and drones, right?
Well, I
Um,
told you what Iran got, that CORAD 10 and 15.
mhm.
That CORAD 10 and 15 air defense system that they got. And see, that's the reason why Joe don't want to mess with them. They got really a better air defense system than anybody else in the world. They got that COVAD 10 and 15. And those suckers can knock down 12 Air Force planes simultaneously at the same time in airspace before it even gets to them.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if y'all remember, but we were coming, when our generation was coming up as a child, there was a game that we had. It's called Battle Station.
Ah, I
Battle.
kind of remember that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I remember it.
Right. So that's kind of like how the wars are going in this day and time. It's all on strikes, whether it's a hit or a miss.
Hmm. Well, on a lighter note, let me show
Okay.
y'all something. Can y'all see? Wait a minute.
We can't see the writing, but we see the
Okay,
speed.
I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna show you the picture.
Okay.
Y'all know who that? Y'all know who that is? Can
Blonde,
y'all
that's all I can see. Just
can y'all
blonde.
can y'all see her?
We can see it, but
I can see it, but I don't know who it is.
oh, is that an AI?
No.
Okay.
I thought it said Campbell.
This is Kelly Ann Conway.
Okay.
Conway.
She sent me a text today.
Okay.
She's Trump's former spokesperson that went out and answered the question.
She's
Y'all
a nice
remember?
person.
Mm-hmm. So Kellyanne says,
I follow her on Fox.
"Oh, okay. So you know who it is, see?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought she looked familiar.
Mm-hmm."
I just couldn't see but the glare.
She says, "I read your voter verification results, and I must say that I'm impressed with your answers. You are the kind of American we want on our side for the general election in November. I was talking to Mike Pompeo about your survey results, and he was hoping you could complete his national security survey. He said that you were the kind of patriot that he was looking for, so I'm reaching out on his behalf. Could you please complete this national security survey for Mike Pompeo? Use the link below." Well, what do you
Good.
know about that?
All right,
Right.
congrats. Well, yeah, good for
Pompeo
you.
I
was
guess that's
good
I
result.
guess that's how the worldly woman know all the stuff that she know. She knew that something was going to come from the Middle East. She already knew that Iran had some powerful weapons, and I don't really remember when I took the survey, but it had to be since October the 7th.
Yeah,
I think she does something for
yeah.
Trump too.
A
Yeah,
lot of the. I think they want to pick your brain.
yeah, probably. But
Yeah,
just don't put me in no limelight. Don't
yeah.
put me in the limelight.
Well,
I don't want Umbago mad
yeah,
at me
yeah.
because he don't know nothing. And ain't trying. Is not trying to know anything. I don't want him mad at me because I know things, right? And
Right.
I do not. Let me just make this perfectly clear to everybody in the audience. I don't know a single Iranian. Okay, I don't know a single Palestinian. All right.
Just the
In
ones you see
fact,
on TV.
in fact, I don't even know a single Israeli. All right. So everything that I know comes to me in visions and dreams, and that's how I know. So prophecy, a lot of people don't believe in it, uh, and everybody cannot receive it. Why I was chosen to have this? I mean, of all prophecies, I mean, gosh, couldn't the gods or the angels up there giving me something fun to be able to
That
be
is
able
Well,
to
fun.
see the future on?
you might get some fun stuff too in the future. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Why they gave me that vision? I have no clue.
You brought up Trump. I have a little information on that.
All
Glad you
right.
brought it up.
Mm,
A panel of 12 jurors was sworn in today
okay.
uh, on his hush money
Mm,
trial.
mm-hmm.
It was 5 women and 7 men.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
It was 5 women and 7 men.
Mhm.
Well, so the trial will start what next week?
Monday.
I didn't see a date. Have you seen a date,
I
James?
think Monday.
Monday.
Monday. Usually after they pick the jury and the jury selected, they go. It's they usually do get a Friday off anyway. They try to have it picked up before Friday,
Hmm.
but sometimes they don't finish jury selection until on Fridays, and then they
They were
usually
having
start.
trouble.
Then they usually start the trial straight away the following
Yeah.
Monday.
But Trump had a comment. Of course, he called it a witch hunt, and he said that he really needs to be campaigning, doing the job for the people.
Well, I
Hmm.
think that is quite unfair. That's what I'm telling you now. It's really bad when you got 5 entities that control a whole nation. Okay, and those 5 entities is the federal government. All right, the banks, financial institutions, right, political organizations, right, and then the lobbyists
They're
that are
building the monopoly.
and yeah, there's a monopoly of capitalism, and nobody else can do anything about it. And big tech companies. That's the fifth one, and nobody can do it because okay, here's Google. Everybody uses Google Gmail, right?
Yeah.
No,
How can even if you wanted to protest against what they are contracting to do, and the protest, they fired 28 workers because they have a contract with Israel to provide them with a $1.2 billion cloud internet service that's going to be strictly for the public and the military over there. And the protesters didn't think that was right. So, but how can you not use your Google Mail? And those that was protesting, they probably got a Gmail account, right?
Of course.
hmm
Of course.
weren't they fired?
How can you not use it, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to participate in some protests when you really, really need the product. Because I know that they want to, I know that they want people to boycott Amazon.
Yeah,
And, but I need my Amazon.
yeah, me too.
I'm sorry.
There's
Hey, man,
there's
I don't see anybody beating Amazon. There's some of the
Yeah.
hardest working people in the world.
I need my Amazon because I can't get, I mean, I've been ordering. They started me with Amazon and spoiled me when
Yeah,
COVID came.
yeah.
And so I'm still in COVID mode, Kathy. I can't,
Well,
I can't
you
stop. I can't stop
you get
ordering,
spoiled.
right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get spoiled.
And
I
I
used
don't
to
know
go
what I'd do without it.
back and forth between eBay and Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to use eBay, long time ago. And my Instacart, you know,
Yeah.
I can't do
You
without
know,
those.
they bring out so many things that have a grip on us. Like you say with Amazon, right? Uh,
Convenience.
you can get it as fast as you can. It's either that day or the next day,
Hmm.
and that can be addictive. Uh, and
You
it
want to
is for
pay for
some
the
people,
Prime.
I mean,
right?
for the things that I have ordered on Amazon, I probably would have spent more than 2,000 hours in stores shopping for these
I
things.
agree.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hmm.
And it saves time. You don't have to go
money,
out.
gas.
And they got better
Yeah,
variety.
large
No gas.
variety,
No gas. No gas.
Yeah,
good,
No
good,
hassles of sitting in line.
good,
exactly.
good prices.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I can't dispute that.
yeah.
I
yeah.
just don't like the owner.
We are spoiled,
Jeff
and
Davos.
I don't care for him.
I don't really know that much about him. So
He's left wing.
he's what? Is he Republican or Democrat? Democrat
He's
is.
a Democrat.
Google guy is too, isn't he? Democrat.
Hmm.
Hmm. What I was telling you about those five entities, right?
yeah,
Hmm. And that's the reason why we got the world in such a mess. It really is.
Hmm.
Um, Now I'm gonna fill out this survey because I want to know what Trump gonna do if this war is still going on when he gets in office. I want to know what would he do. What is his viewpoint? You know,
Can I ask?
you gotta tell me before October.
Can I ask the question between the team?
I mean before November because we have a general election in November this year.
correct.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead, Johnny.
Between the team, who do you want for VP if Trump
Oh,
gets elected?
oh wow, I hadn't
I,
even thought
I
about this.
I haven't even seen the candidates.
Me
who
neither.
are
That's
who who are
Well,
they?
pretty much everybody that's right wing. Who would
Who
you?
are who are they?
Anybody right wing? There's no candidates yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
The only
I
thing
haven't.
he released saying that is he wanted a female. And Tim Scott of South Carolina is looking good.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Tim Scott is?
Yep, African American.
Yes, he's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
I also like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
From Tennessee.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay.
Interesting.
He might
Interesting.
know more about her than you. Ben.
I live in Tennessee.
I know that's what I'm saying.
You know anything about her?
That's what happens when you live in the same state as him.
I know a lot
Yeah,
about Marjorie Jean.
yeah,
Marjorie Jean. She got her name always reminded me of my best friend's mother's name was Marjorie, and my best friend when we were teenagers, the same best friend whose mother's name was Marjorie. My best friend's name was Marjean. So I know a lot about Marjorie Jean. Hmm.
yeah.
But she will speak up.
She's
But
definitely spicy.
and in the butt, she will
Yeah,
speak up.
yeah. You had just brought up a question when you said you wanted to know what was Trump's plan.
Mm.
Here's something that I can give us Americans. He
Okay.
has a plan. He
Mm.
has a plan, and guess what? We trust him. You know why? Because he was the only man and only president to get us through a pandemic without uh, just he's battle tested.
And to real,
Anybody that goes through that the way he went through it, he's got a plan, and not only do we have a plan, he's going to stand on his 2 feet.
to
Yeah,
reiterate, Tim, he's the only president that did everything he campaigned on.
true. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Cause I wish I was getting $600 a week right now.
Me too. Nothing gets it.
Kathy, did you get $600 a week?
No.
You didn't?
Why
No,
not?
man. That was
Why
lovely.
was I supposed to?
Yeah, you one of those people that never claimed your COVID check.
I got one.
Everybody in America was entitled
No,
to
I
six.
got one, but I didn't get it a week. Every week.
What?
What?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
I got
wait a
one.
minute.
Taxes.
Hold
What do
on.
you-
She might
You're-
not have. She might not have because some Democrat governors wouldn't take the money.
And
Is
she's
yours
in a
is your
Democrat
state a
state.
Democratic state?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why.
There it
That's
is,
why.
man.
There it is.
I'm in a Democrat
Bam.
state and I got mine.
Look, let's get the horn on that one.
Oh, now you're telling me I missed out on something. Great.
Yeah, try all the Republican states all the Republican states let their citizens have it to get us through the COVID pandemic. $600 a week check in the bank like clockwork every week.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
my business, I had to close my business, so I did get some unemployment for that. So that was different.
But that was
That was
different. But because you lived in a Democratic state, your Democratic governor probably refused the money just because it was Trump that was president.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's the problem with parties. You know, if we going through a pandemic, it's not just the Republicans that's going through the pandemic.
Speak.
Democrats are going through the pandemic. Independents, everybody's going through the pandemic.
Yeah.
And the Democratic Party should not have encouraged or allowed the Democratic governors to refuse their citizens that money just because Trump was the president.
Yeah.
See how dumb is that?
Very.
But they care. They say they care about you,
Yeah, okay.
and now they're asking for you to vote for them again.
Mm.
That was one time I was so thankful that I did not live in a Democratic state.
Yes. Me too.
That we did not have a Democratic governor. I really was.
I'm sorry
Tennessee.
to say go.
Yeah, we getting ready to get out of the studio. Closing comments, Kathy.
Okay, this was a great show, everyone. You two were the biggest contributors, and I really enjoyed listening to you, and you really educated me again. So thank you very much.
You're so welcome. And I'm getting there and digging in and research something for next week. You can do it. Politics.
Okay, I will. I will.
And then
I'll do
we're going to let you be the big presenter.
something. Okay.
Kathy, I got something you can look up.
James say he'll help you. He's got something you can look up.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. We can maybe coordinate.
On
some things.
JFK.
Yeah, because I like being quiet and listening.
Is it about JFK, you say?
Look up on
James.
Kennedy.
Well, don't. Yeah, do it later. Tell me about it later.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Tim, closing
Help
comment.
next week.
Yeah, great show. I just want everybody to stay aware. Look out for your breaking news because you don't want to be the last to know that we are at war.
All right. All
Yeah,
right now. You said
need
that.
to know. We need to know because it affects all of us.
You
whether
said
we
that
think it or
right.
not.
Because they're sure not going to give you no alert on the phone, are they?
Mm-mm.
Because they're not going to want you to know.
Right.
Because they don't want people to panic. They're not going to let you know straight away.
Mm-mm.
Because everybody will be going out to the stores, the streets will be crowded with cars, and it would be a panic.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not gonna tell you straight away. I can tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to have a resource that you can go to where you can find out
Yes.
what's going on, or you can sit around and wait for the government to tell you, and you will be the last one to know.
Absolutely.
Could be living in a cave down.
Excellent. Uh, your closing remark, James.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's seen it. This is a metaphor. Stay away from the milkshakes. Take the cheeseburger.
Oh no, what's going on with the milkshakes?
Biden went to a campaign in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
He went into a place that sells milkshakes,
Mm-hmm.
and a little girl was sitting at the table and flipped them off.
And flipped it
Little girl flipped him off.
with the milkshake. Seriously, threw the milkshake shake on her.
No, when he went up to, probably sniff her again. Who knows?
She gave him the finger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Donald Trump went campaigning and went to a Chick-fil-A and gave everybody cheeseburgers.
and milkshakes. I saw that. I
Good.
saw that live. Yeah, you're right. He did. That's not the first time. He'll stop by a restaurant in a minute, and people will start lining up on the street because they know he gonna pay for the meal. He'll say, "Free this for everybody. Free this for."
I didn't
Trump,
know that.
Biden's trying to do the same thing as Trump now.
Oh, you can't.
Can't do it.
There's a milkshake.
You can't. He can't. Look. What we call him? Umba can't duplicate.
No.
He can tell. But anywho, always remember, audience and team, that free thought is a philosophy, and it's not a policy, and that is definitely what the Democratic Party and left wing people are trying to do. I mean, every single day is something about somebody said this, and they can't say this, and they can't say this, and they can't. We're not gonna have them saying this, and blah blah blah. They putting policies on free speech, y'all,
Yeah.
That's wrong. That's definitely wrong.
and that's wrong. It's a violation of your amendment of the Constitution for free speech, because it is philosophy.
Yeah.
That's how we communicate and learn about things and learn the other people. Learn it's a human trait that we could
Yeah.
use for communication.
Right.
Phil-
And you have to,
Philosophy.
you have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything.
That's right, Tim. We're
What's
gonna
his song?
close right there on that note, Tim. What Tim said. All
Don't
right.
forget where you live.
What's that? America. We love
Don't forget
y'all. Good night,
Love you.
everybody.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you so much for joining us in Italy.